Welcome back to Customs Unlimited. I'm James, and if you clicked on this video to find the most comprehensive install video for the XK Glow tailgate light bar, then you're in the right place. We partnered up with XK Glow to offer the most detailed install video for their 3rd generation tailgate light bar. This is our favorite tailgate light bar on the market. That's because it's easy to install and extremely bright. It comes in a 60-inch length for full-size trucks and a 48-inch length for mid-size trucks. This light does it all. It has brake lights, sequential turn signals, hazards, and a blinding reverse light. Today, we're going to cover all the following topics. First, everything you need to install. Second, the most common mistakes during installation. And third, a complete step-by-step install guide on one of our shop trucks. This video is your one-stop shop for any questions you could possibly have regarding this product by XK Glow. Let's get into it. The first thing you're going to see when you open up your light bar is the bar itself, followed by 6 wire tap connectors, 4 mounting brackets, and the provided hardware for a more permanent install if needed. You'll also find a wire lead to extend your reverse light wire. However, there are some additional things we recommend you use to make sure your install goes smoothly the first time. These things include extra wire lead, which will be handy for extending the main power wire or tapping into both sides of your taillights. And we also recommend using solder shrink connectors opposed to the provided wire taps, because the solder shrink connectors are more reliable when it comes to extreme weather and to guarantee a watertight seal. We found the following tools to be helpful, so make sure to have these handy when it comes time to install. The most important is a multimeter to test the voltage of your taillight wires. You'll also want a ratchet or screwdriver with a bit needed to remove your taillights, scissors to cut the main tailgate light bar harness, 3M tape for your module, wire strippers for gaining access to your wires, electrical tape for safe wiring, and we highly recommend using a heat gun to safely apply solder shrink connectors. Now I'm going to cover some of the most common mistakes people make when installing their light bar. The first mistake that we often see is people plugging the tailgate light bar into the 4-pin trailer connector and expecting to get the full functionality the bar has to offer. The only scenario when you can receive full functionality through your 4-pin trailer connector is if you also hardwire the reverse light wire and make sure your truck does not have trailer detection. I repeat, does not have trailer detection. If your truck does have trailer detection, you're required to hardwire the bar into your taillights, which we show later in the video. An easy sign to tell that your truck may have trailer detection is if you have a trailer brake controller such as a physical switch, or through your infotainment system. If you're still not sure, you can always refer to your vehicle's owner manual. The second mistake that we often see is people not realizing that they might need a CVT module. Some people complete the installation and then realize they're missing certain functions, such as signaling or brakes. The main cause is not installing a CVT module when they need one. You will need a CVT module if you have a taillight that has separate bulb for signaling and a separate bulb for the brake light. An easy way to figure out if you have separate bulbs for signaling and braking is if you have an amber turn signal in your taillights. The CVT module will regulate and ensure the tailgate light bar receives the correct electrical signal to either display a turn signal or brake light. If you fail to use the CVT module on a vehicle that requires it, you will not receive the full functionality the bar has to offer. And then you're going to be forced to choose between having an active brake light or turn signals. The third mistake that we often hear is when people say they see warnings on their dash, such as trailer detection, trailer light out, tail lamp out, blind spot detection warning, or flickering of the light bar on any function. This is due to the dedicated power wire not being hooked up, and this wire acts as an error canceller and supplies power directly to the bar, so you're not sourcing power from your taillights or trailer plug. The dedicated power wire will need to be connected to a 12-volt source. We think it is best practice to do this anyway in order to avoid any potential problems. This 12-volt power will go from the power source straight into the CVT module if you have one, or the power source straight into the bar if you don't have a CVT module. Now that we covered how to determine what sort of install your vehicle requires, then let's get into the step-by-step guide of installing this XK Glow tailgate light bar on our 5th gen Ram shop truck. Today we're going to show you how to hardwire this kit with a CVT module for a truck with trailer detection and separate signals and brake light bulbs. Feel free to use the YouTube timestamps below to jump to the step relevant to you. Even if your vehicle doesn't require a CVT module, this step-by-step guide will apply to you. Step 1. Test your tailgate light bar by plugging it into your 4-pin connector. It is always best practice to test a lighting product before install to make sure everything is working properly. Be sure to test your running lights, brake lights, hazards, and turn signaling. Step 2. You will need to determine if you are going to install the tailgate light bar using the adhesive provided on the back or the hardware and brackets. We are going to demonstrate installing the light bar using the adhesive. The light bar is designed to have the wiring on the left, so make sure your bar is oriented correctly before installing. Step 3, you just need to remove those taillights to gain access to all the wiring needed for the following steps. Step 4, with your taillights removed, you'll need to use a multimeter to identify the following wires: ground, brake light, running lights, left turn signal, right turn signal, and reverse lights. You can check all of the following by having a friend sit in the cab and trigger each function while you check for active voltage on the corresponding wire. Make sure to mark each wire with its dedicated function using a piece of tape and a marker. This will come in handy later on. Trust us. Before starting the next step, if your vehicle does not require a CVT module, then skip to step 8 using the timestamps below. Step 8 is where we connect the corresponding wires from the module to the taillights. In the case of you not needing a module, then you'll be wiring directly from the tailgate light bar to your taillights, eliminating the module as the middleman. Step 5, the next step is installing the CVT module in the driver's side taillight cavity. The module doesn't come with any mounting hardware or adhesive, so we use our own 3M double-sided tape for a durable application. Next, we want to connect the CVT module to our tailgate light bar. The module kit is designed to connect straight to the light bar via a 4-pin connector. We found that there was unnecessary slack when doing this, so for our install, we decided to cut the 4-pin connector and hardwire the module straight to the bar with solder shrink connectors for cleaner wire management. Step 7, you're going to want to connect the white reverse output from the module to the black reverse light power wire on the tailgate light bar. Also, we're going to cap the dedicated power wire on the tailgate light bar since we are using the dedicated power wire from the module. Step 8, since you already labeled each wire with its function, refer to your labels to tap the wires from the module to the taillight wires, like you see here. Step 9. Now that all your wires from your module are tapped into your taillight wires, you're going to want to run the dedicated power wire from the module to the positive battery terminal. It's always best practice to add an inline fuse and make sure you run your wires safely, clear of any moving parts. Once you have completed all of these steps, check to make sure your bar functions properly. Once confirmed that it's working properly, tidy up your wiring and reinstall your taillights. We hope you found this install video helpful. If so, leave a like and subscribe to see more install videos, lighting news, and updates on the latest lighting products available. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.